Look at the work on this. Wow. That's really stunning. This is a 1907 Ford Model K640 Roadster. You can see written there. Read all of this stuff here. Like always, pause and read. And let's look at the stats. It's a 6-cylinder. This baby had 40 horsepower on it. 120-inch wheelbase. It weighed a ton. Got 16 miles to the gallon. The factory price is $2,800. Beautiful. And here, speaking of beautiful, look at these dresses. Man, back when women were women. How cool, huh? How very, very, very cool. Alright, so here we got a 1906 compound model 7.5 light touring. Let's just read all this stuff. Then look at the stats there. 3-cylinder motor, 16 horsepower, 28 miles an hour, 16 miles a gallon. $1,500 factory price. Look how big this is. Can you imagine what this would cost today? I don't know if they can make this less for $7,000 or $80,000 in today's standards, you know? Alright, so let's go over here to the 1910 Stanley, the Model R Steam Roadster. A Stanley steamer could go as fast backwards as forward. I like that. And check this out. A U2 cylinder, 112 inches wheelbase, 1,900 pounds, 70 miles an hour. Really? 1.2 miles per gallon of water, 24-gallon capacity, 10 miles of kerosene, and 100 Model R's total. Okay. And check this out. They put a mirror here so you can see everything underneath this joker. Look at this. Back up here a little bit. How absolutely wild. Look, there's a picture, looks like, of it. Or at least one of them like it. Look at that road. How nice is that? Check this out. Look here, got your toolbox on the side, so you know you're in trouble right there. Look at there. Little steam knobs and everything looks like. Wow. How crazy. Oh, and it's talking about the photographs here, so you can look at that, and then look at all those. Showed you those two already. You see that one, and you see this one. Bakery lunch. Let's see. Bottom right, Main Street in Cordova. Okay. Hi. So let's look at this 1910 Whiting Model A Roadster. Again, just read all that, if you care to. Specs on her: 90-inch wheelbase, 25 miles a gallon, 850. Look at that. Boy, I mean, I know these are reproductions and all that, as far as, you know, that they fix them up and with pieces of parts and paint them. I mean, just imagine, this is just like you're back in 1910. And look at this, they put a piece of glass there, so the driver, I guess, will save you from the bugs that way. Got your little luggage case back here, it looks like. Just beautiful. Honest to goodness, beautiful. Alright, let's see what we got over here. This is a 1908 Rambler, model 31, 5-passenger touring. Engines lock freeze with less than 1,000 miles on the engine. This Rambler's original owner put it in storage where it sat for 67 years. My goodness. How crazy. Man. Let's look at her from this side a little bit. There it says Rambler, of course, right on the radiator. Let's just get, look at there, 3 pedals, so obviously clutch. Place for the passenger to put their feet there. Help them hang on. Tell you that's some kind of little toolbox there, which again tells you you're in trouble. All right, and over here, this green one here is a 1908 Cadillac Model G Touring. Pretty wild, huh? 4-cylinder vertical inline L head. 25.6 horsepower, 100-inch wheelbase. 1,030 came out of production, and it's $2,000. Isn't that crazy? Can't see too much of it from this angle, but I guess enough. A walking suit of 1910. So look at that wiring in that. Pretty nicely done, I think. 1909 Model 30 Touring Demi Tono, whichever way you want to pronounce it, I guess. Again, look at all that. Pause it and read it if you like. And we're a 4-cylinder motor, 30 horsepower, 50 miles an hour and 13 miles to the gallon. Prince Albert suit, check it out. Well, that's a beautiful dress there now. A lot of lace work. Wool and lace afternoon dress of 1901. Check it out. Style and class, all in one shot. All right. What did I say? Carter car? 1907 Carter car. Model A fixed Tuno Touring. So, let me get this and make sure we can get everything. So you can pause all that and read it. Look at all the stats on this baby. 24 horsepower, 1,850 pounds, 364 in production, 1,350 on the cost. Pretty cool. All right, let's go on up through here. Check out this wagon. Okay, this is a 1911 Ford Model T C-Cab Depot hack. There's all the words about it. And you can see it's a 4-cylinder as well. 22 horses on that baby. And 42 miles an hour she'd run. Wow. A 1910 Shocked. My R. William Runabout. That was a little bit further away from me. I can get you that close. Not any problem. Crazy, huh? This little orange one right here is a 1914 Grant Model M Roadster. Need to be sold under $500. 4-cylinder engine, 12 horses under it. 50 mile an hour, 30 in the gas. Not too bad. Pretty stylish little 2-seater, huh? All right, let's go back. A 1910 Hudson Model 20 Open Roadster. So again, you can hopefully pause and read all this if you can see it. I know it's so hard with this lighting. I just can't change that. I'm sorry. Here's the specs. I'll tell you, it's a 4-cylinder engine. It's got 20 horsepower, 100-inch wheelbase, weight 1,800 pounds, 50 miles an hour, $900. Check it out. I got a feeling this Hudson had seen better days. She's got a lot of rust on her. A lot of rust. 1911 EMF Coupe Model 30. And this is all it tells you about this. 30 horsepower, costs $1,400. Look at this. And you can tell that they took some of the parts that you ride in, kind of like a from an old Stagecoach EMF 30. That's what that says. Here's your spare back here, and you have your little suitcase thing in there, and I take it that's for the gas. It's a really nice dress. Here, I'll show you from the top down. Because look at the bottom, and you'll see this big old hat with these feathers, and them little shoes there. And here you go. Let's look at a few more pictures up on the wall. Seattle Hotel. Check that out. All right. Well, this one's got 2 spares riding on it. Oh, sign for it's over here. Let's go look at the sign. It's a 1912 Premier Series M model 447 passenger touring. There's your stats on her. It's a 4-cylinder, 40 horsepower, 126-inch wheelbase, weighed 3,100 pounds, 1,200 in production, and $3,000. There's the motor to it. Look at them seats. I mean, these things are so long and tall. That's wild. On the side, you've got 2 spares to ride with. Look at this motor. Look at the way this is made. Intake and exhaust, I take it, 2 cylinders on each one, so that's why it's a 4-cylinder. All right, so this little one right here is a 1914 Woods Mobilette Model 3 tandem roadster cycle car. Brakes were optional for an additional $10. See, okay, if you want to stop, it'll cost you $10 more. Up to you. Give gasoline a new value, a new worth, new distances, new mileage. So it's a 4-cylinder, 12 horses, 450 pounds, 35 mile an hour, 35 to 40 miles a gallon, $380. Wow. Then right beside it, look at this behemoth. Got a couple of spares riding on it too. Same type of motor setup. Setting on springs to keep them from falling apart, I'm sure. That says Peerless right there. So this is a 1912 Peerless Model 36K Touring, although low in production. This was one of the most well-known luxury cars of the early 20th century. So you can read all this. Okay, and look at the stats. There's 6-cylinder motor on this puppy. 450 model, $5,000. Wow. And look at this. And look at this interior. I mean, look at all this back here. My goodness. And then, here, let's start back over here. This is a 1914 Henderson Model 66 Roadster. Very short-lived, apparently. So many of these I have never even heard of, I gotta say. 6-cylinder engine, 34 horses, 2,140 pounds, and cost $22.85. This is Henderson right there on the front of the radiator. Motor says Buddha. Look at the headlight. Or the searchlight. Wow. Looks like they put grass in the seat. And look at the springs down there. Wow, okay. Alright, let's go look see what's sitting beside it. By comparison, way nicer. It's a 1914 Moline Knight Model MK50 Touring. Crazy. And then this is a 1912 Premier Series N Model 660 Roadster. This car's previous owner claimed it's got a lot of go and almost no whoa. Almost no whoa. 6-cylinder inline, 3 speeds, 60 horsepower, weight 3,100, made 1,200 of them in all models, 1912, 3,750. Look at, I mean, just the way that they, look at that, copper tubing. It just looked beautiful. Check it out, here's the horn on the outside, look at this. Wow, that was like a big gas tank. 2 spares. So like a lot of these started coming with 2 spares. There's a couple of dresses would have been worn in that day, that's a woman's ball gown of 1908. And then this one is 1913, an evening gown. And you can see it and me in the mirror. Oh, yeah, if you want to see them both from behind, actually, I guess that's why they're doing this. You can see that one over there. And then you can see that one over there. Cool. 1912 American Underslung, Type 34 Tourist 5-passenger touring car. Awesome. So, see if you can pause and read. Here's your stats. This one is a 4-cylinder. She had 30 horses in her, 60 miles an hour. Wow, 2250. And just look at looks like a duck on the radiator cap there. The color of it is phenomenal. Man, the seating was so wild for these things. So very cool. All right. This one is a 1917 Pierce Arrow, model 66A47 7-passenger touring, 7-passenger. Keep that in mind. Wow. What do you got to buy today to get that? I mean, you got to buy the huge SUVs. This thing ran 80 plus miles an hour. It's a 6-cylinder motor, weighed over 2.5 tons. It got 8.5 miles a gallon. So, woo boy. Wow. Look at the horn there. And that motor, check it out. So very nice. Look at these wheels and tires. You know, those things are tall. There's more seating back there than what they're showing, I guess, in this one. How crazy is that? Let's get back in this corner. And we'll see a 1918 Biddle Series H town car. A true Cinderella car, it says. You can pause and read. Hopefully all that's coming through. And over here again, it's a 4-cylinder motor. Popular back then, 24 horsepower, 15 to 20 miles to the gallon, $4,000 factory price. Got an Alaska tag on it. Fender's bent, or I guess, well, just the wheels turned, really. So yeah, it's not bent. Check this out. So your driver's out here in the open, the elements and everything. Look at this. All enclosed. Really fine stuff. Check out the man and lady's hats there. Look at that. Flowers up there. Looks like a light on the other side. Very nice. Here's a couple more pictures here. As you can see, there's one over there too that I think I missed. And look here behind me. Check this out. And all the way up there. Let's see. Okay, this is just telling you about the photographs here. Check it out. Mission Street, Ketchikan, Alaska. And look at that up there. Boy, look at the fanciness. Is this whole thing not cool to look at? I mean, like, look at the spare tire and wheels and stuff.
The green is beautiful.
But see, the seating in this one ain't near as nice as a lot of these others I've seen. The others are so fancy. You can see it says McFarlane right there. And look at this spare tire and wheel. Same there. Here's the motor. Check this out. McFarlane 6. Wow. Can't even imagine what something like this would cost. So it's a 1919 McFarlane Type 125 4-passenger sport touring. American Valentino of silent movies. Interesting. Okay, so you can try to pause this and read it. Okay, and there it is. It was a 6-cylinder, 90 horses in this baby, 4,600 pounds. It run about 80 miles an hour. Man, 4,500. They only made 193 in 1919, 2,087 of these things total. And just look at the radiator cap here. How cool is that? Check out the crank. It's in like a little holster. So just unholster it when you wanted to start her up. Seeing him was just like finding a 180-pound diamond. Too much speed, the fast life of actor Wallace Reed. Okay. Appeared in at least 180 movies. Wow. And there's a book about him, apparently. And look, another spare on this side. Okay. So look at this beauty. Look at that, got a wooden wheel on it. And you can see the radiator cap is way more simple. It's a bare Stutz, apparently. It's a 1925 Stutz. Speedway 6 Series 695. Sport Brome. Alright, you can pause and read all this stuff here. And check this one out. A 6-cylinder again. 80 horses on it. 3896, 70 miles an hour, 15 miles to the gallon, 44.35 on the price. Much more simple dress there. Look at the seating in there, though. Boy, that's nice, actually. I like it. It's an old sewing machine. There's a lot of old-timey hats here. A couple more very simple dresses. All right, let's go around this one from the back. Horseless carriage. Yeah, ain't it nice? I like the tires and wheels on them, too. I tell you, the class is it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. There's your spare, and look, it's got your mirror on it. Okay, so this is a 1927 Stutz. Vertical 8 Custom Series AA Blackhawk Boat Tail Speedster. And here you go. Let's read about this one. And here you go. Ooh, an 8-cylinder. Look at there. Got away from the 6s finally. 95 horsepower. 3,750 pounds. Guaranteed to 80 miles an hour. 3,150. Made 2,000 of them in 27. Yeah, no, I already showed them out. I know, but yeah, they are. And they're just the front of them. And see, here's a lot like the radiator caps. Stutz 8. Very, very cool. Very cool.